Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to give a small intro to this video. It's a little bit long. It's unedited. There's nothing. There's no cuts in it. There's no spaces in it. There's no fade outs. There's no music in it. It's just some raw footage I thought I'd share with you. John came in. We had a little fellowship tonight. Went out for some sushi, and I thought this video is a little bit long, and I better warn you about that. But some people like that. There's always something you learn from every video, and you can watch everything uncut, unedited, no music, no frills type of video. So I hope you enjoy it. God bless.
What do you want to see? You want to see a short takeoff, quick takeoff, or long takeoff?
I want to see what you got. You choose.
Taxi or quick takeoff?
Taxi.
All right, I'll taxi it out. You want to see some taxiing skills? You know, taxiing is really and if my students would go home and just not be in a big hurry to get off the ground right away. Just taxi that thing out, because that's where you really learn to get control of that wing. And the secret to a taxi is steady on the throttle, keep that brake, so you let that wing get up, brake to stop it from overshooting, not past your shoulders, and just find a speed that doesn't allow you to take off. But you don't want to be on and off the throttle, because you start surging the wing. And if they would just learn to not try to get out, just mash the throttle and go, the wing's not under control yet. Sometimes it'll come up so fast it overshoots you a little bit, but then you go back up and it jerks you up into the air and then sets you down, or you don't have it under control, it's a little offside, so they swing and then they panic. If they just taxi out their runs, make them nice and long. I'm glad you asked for a long taxi, because this is one of the biggest mistakes. If you master that taxi, you have mastered the launch, because once you got it going good, there's only one other thing to do, is roll on the rest of it, and you'll have a perfect, flawless launch every single time. Don't be in a big hurry to get off the ground. You don't have to. There's still plenty of field left. So I'll stretch this one out. I'll ride it for a while. Maybe I'll even turn around and come back, because right now I got a side wind, tailwind. So I might not even be able to pull this off. I don't know. So it's coming sideways and diagonally, but I've been flying for a few months. I might be able to pull it off. I'm not sure. Yeah, and here's the thing too. It doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes you just have a failed launch. But usually after you've been flying for a while, you can get to the point where you can override a lot of little stuff. In the beginning, you want to stick with my other 3 videos: how to launch a powered paraglider, Trike, Capt, and Kurtz. How the setup is everything. To when your skill level's low, you want something that's going to come up easy and not need a lot of work, a lot of skill level. And students have kind of tunnel vision when they're first getting started. So you agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do agree.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, right, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
So now it's really coming in. The flag's starting to come in from the side. So, hey, listen, it doesn't matter who I am or how long I've been flying. I can still have a failed launch. But you know what? If I'm looking at my wing, which is what I teach my students, and by the way, this is part of that setup where we drag it back, and it automatically starts putting our wing into the perfect layout, ready to grab air. And that, even here, like here, I can fix that a little bit better. But look, I tighten up every A-line so that when I throttle up, all of these open cells start grabbing that air. It's like big open mouths taking a big gulp at the same time. When I get down to the end here, I grab my end pieces. And again, this is all in that other video, if you're watching it. Johnny just stopped by here, and I want to clean that machine down he's got. You let dust get on it. I like to fly a clean machine. But I'm going to get a little, I don't have any students today, and we got students coming in on Monday ready to start. We got a batch of them coming in, so this is kind of a fun time. Me and John are going to go out and grab a bite to eat. But good to see him, always good to see him. And there you go, there's a pretty decent setup. You see how it puts that nice curve in there? And now we got a little more side wind coming in, so this will be a little bit of a challenge. That's okay. I'm going to comb these out. This is a Gen 3 fly pod before we went to the bucket seat. This is a monster, Fresh Breeze monster motor. This is the fly pod Trike, and fly pod has always been the best-selling Trike on the market because of all that steel construction. This one's dirty and has dust on it. John. I wipe mine down all the time. I keep mine clean.
Well, I wiped the crap out of it last night,
Well,
and
you
now
had it
it
on
got
trailer,
dirty
right?
again. So, yeah, but it was on a trailer.
With open trailer?
Yeah.
All right, so anyways, and we warmed it up just a second ago. But okay, I'm gonna stretch out this run. Have a nice long run out. Got my A's on. Clear. Let me check that throttle. Get a little bit of whatchamacallit on, a little bit of cruise control. Clear?
Yep.
How much gas I got, Johnny? Let's see here. Short flight, but that'll be all right. You shut the fuel off, it's still on.
It should be on.
Hold on. I probably didn't need to choke it.
Oh, no.
My fault. All right, I'm going to stretch it out. I don't know how far I want to stretch it out, but I'm going to have some fun. Right brake is clear. Left brake is clear. Now, how did I know I was going to land right in front of this camera? That's why you got to practice your spot landings. Just for that reason alone. You get in trouble, that could save your life. So practice your spot landings. But I stretched that out a little bit. I stretched it out around about.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Boy, that's good though to do that, because it really teaches you the balance between what your feet are doing, even though it self-steers and self-corrects, synchronizing that with your turns, compensating for the wind coming from different directions as you make a turn like that, and then of course adding throttle when you're going downwind, side wind, whatever you're doing. So pretty soon, but stick with your, don't try to do turns and stuff like that later on, and I can show you, I can sit there and do figure eights all day long. And you can do that, but don't, right now in the beginning, just practice taking your launches and focusing on having a nice, smooth, steady taxi, and then just roll it on. And right as it starts to lift me, I go about an inch extra on the brakes, just to give me that extra little burst off the ground there. That's a 313cc motor, plenty of power. We do tandem, and we got a picture of me and John doing tandem in it. We did that. He's got a tandem, and that monster does the tandem. But now we've got one called the Beast. Johnny's upgrading. You excited about that?
Oh, I am excited. I cannot wait.
It's jacked up. We've had about 5 or 6 guys last year that when they saw the Beast, when we introduced it, it's got the 300 Cosmo Viterazzi 300 on it with big 150 centimeter props. It's got its own cage. It's not a backpack. The fly pod will still accept anybody's motor anytime, anywhere. It'll fit. But the Beast goes on and off, but it's made of steel. None of this half shell aluminum stuff, and people go, oh, it's heavy, steel's heavy. Who gives a shit? I got a former NFL player that's almost 400 pounds and almost 7 feet tall. He's like Shaq. If you haven't seen that one, watch for the Beast with that one in it. What do you see this guy? I come up to about his rib cage, and he's insane, and he flies the Beast. And he said when he was in level flight, I was on the radio, I said, where are you at on the throttle? He says, I'm between quarter and a half. He wasn't even all the way. And he's in level flight at his weight, plus a steel frame, plus that. I don't know why anybody, who cares if you got the power? Why would you want something flimsy, when you got steel? That's like military specs,
Right.
And I really like that. And so John's going to be getting his Beast. And but boy, this was a real treat. This was a nice little evening to fly. I wish we had more time. We're going to go grab a bite to eat, and wish we had 2 machines here to really get out and take a little cross country. We probably should have planned this better, but he was in town, and we're gonna go grab a bite to eat. They're great to have the fellowship. Carver's Field's looking good. Pan out over the field there, John. We really had a rough year with the rain this year, guys, and we even had to cancel our Flight Junkies reunion in September. Just way too much going on. Had moved all sorts of students ahead, and so we've got it up and looking pretty good. In fact, it needs another cut now. We just cut it last week. We had some more rain, and look at it. It's already like 5 or 6 inches. It just grows around here this year with the amount of rain we had. But hey guys, thanks for joining me, and give us a call. We've got classes. We're here until October. We may even go a little bit more into October this year, about a week or two. So if you don't need equipment from Flight Junkies to come take our training. We can rent you equipment. We can train you on your equipment, or if you get your own equipment, any one piece of equipment, a trike, a wing, a motor, or all 3 as a package, you get unlimited training for life. So if you're looking for a new wing, or you're just coming in sport, we sell Air Design. It is one of the top leading 4 manufacturers in the world, and so it's a good wing. And instead of buying a wing and then paying another $3,000 or $4,000 for training, buy a wing and don't pay a dime for training, because you automatically get unlimited training for life. So it doesn't make sense why somebody would want to spend thousands for 7 to 10 days of training when they can just have they can have a buffet of training for the rest of their life. So give me a call. Let me know what I can do for you. If you bought a whole package off of you, we train your entire family, your wife, your kids, and you. And they have unlimited training for life. So they don't have to come in at the same time. So for those of you who may have just stumbled out of this video, we say this in all of our videos, but we never know which video you're going to watch. But John, thanks for letting me ride your machine, man. That was good.
Yeah,
I was having fun up there. I didn't want to.
I could see that.
Yeah, it was good. We were running low on gas, so I didn't stay up there too long. But I'm getting hungry, and we're going out to grab bite to eat. So guys, thanks for joining me. God bless. Give us a call. Check out the Beast on our other ones. And we're looking to get you flying, get you up in the air. God bless you.